Good afternoon, everybody. I just got a couple more videos that I found, a couple more articles I found, so let's just do this. All right, we got another one that just came out, and there's a rumor going on. It's just a rumor saying that the Lord of the Rings veteran to play Doctor Doom Prime in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, I'm not familiar with Doctor Doom Prime or anything like that, but if anybody sees this article and knows about him, let me know so I can know who this is. But I'm sure they'll explain it here. So here we go. A new rumor claims that the Lord of the Rings veteran will play the Prime Doctor Doom in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Prime, maybe that's weird. During the WDW Pros the Pro Show live stream this afternoon, Scooper, WDW Pro revealed that Viggo Mortensen will play Doctor Doom alongside Robert Downey Jr. in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This rumor comes in the wake of Marvel Studios announcing that Robert Downey Jr. will return to the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Doctor Doom. As the company's Hall H presentation at San Diego Comic-Con, I think I know what they meant. Like when I just realized it, because when in Deadpool Wolverine, when all the Deadpools were coming in and everything, Deadpool was saying, "Hey guys, Deadpool Prime here." I think that's what they meant. I think that's what it meant. Joe Russo announced Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom, saying, "We give you the one person who can play Victor Von Doom." Robert Downey Jr. then walks forward and tears off his Doctor Doom mask, which we know that part right there. Following the announcement, Pro detailed in the video uploaded that it was a diversion. So, So there's a video here, huh? So let's see what we got. Let's take a look at this video. And it's titled here, exclusive, Robert Downey Jr. is MCU Doctor Doom, Not So Fast, plus Deadpool and Wolverine. Let's see what they're talking about.
Robert Downey Jr. is back at Marvel, and Deadpool and Wolverine are blowing up the box office, smashing records. Meanwhile, though, the folks outside of Marvel, inside Disney, the ideologues, are destroying every bit of goodwill and opportunity they can. Plus, folks, we know what's going on with RDJ, and we're ready to spill some exclusives right now. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Pro Channel, the place that calls these things out months, if not years, in advance. Keeping you ahead of film scripts, what we do right here. Folks, we are bringing receipts as well as explaining what the heck is going on with RDJ and this dismal Disney that continues to pump out propaganda and terrible marketing. Every time they get a win, they toss it into the wind. If you don't know what we're talking about, you soon will. This is Out of the Hollywood Reporter by Boris Kitt, Aaron Couch, and Ryan Gajewski. Robert Downey Jr. back as Doctor Doom for 2 Avenger movies. The stunning news came during Marvel's panel at San Diego Comic-Con. Folks, I'm here to tell you this was not stunning news if you knew what was going on because you've been following us. Take a look at this. All the way back from November 24th, 2021, Bob Chapek wants Iron Man and Luke Skywalker now. Oh, but Pro, you say? We're not getting RDJ as Iron Man. Well, folks, I would recommend that you stick around to the end of this video. And I'll explain why in just a moment, but here's another receipt brought to you by yours truly. This from 3 months ago. Robert Downey Jr. gets ready to return to Avengers and MCU, but media are hard at work hiding it. That's right, folks, we have been bringing this to you in broad daylight. You were not surprised at what happened at Comic-Con if you've been following the channel. Now, let me say this, and we will come back. I promise we will come back to the Robert Downey Jr. news. Here's why we're going to hold it till the end of the video. I am in a tough spot here, and that tough spot is this. I do not like to spoil a movie, and I do not like to spoil movies, period. When we do scoops and rumors here, and we have a track record, when we do those, we do our very best to not spoil what's going to happen in entertainment, because That's a line I don't like to cross. I love to bring you the news early. I don't like to get into breaking your opportunity to go to a theater and hear it for the first time. And I don't want to be the person who starts those kinds of leaks, and then that makes it so that everybody, whether or not it's me acting appropriately or other media outlets covering what I say, I don't want to get into the position where it's my fault that you know what's going to happen in a movie and you wanted to go in there and be surprised. So I'm in a hard spot here because I want to explain this. So stick around. I'll show you how I'm going to do that. But first, I want to take you somewhere else real quick. And I promise it will be quick. But Deadpool and Wolverine is shattering box office records. We predicted here that this would be the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time. We made that prediction after the final trailer came out, which showed that this was not just going to be a raunchy R-rated comedy, but that it actually brought heart to the character of Wolverine. And boy, oh boy, did it. And that is why this will do so well. Make a note of this, folks. The WDW Pro mantra is that in any movie you want to make, put some heart in it. It will add to the box office. This is from Mark Hughes. This movie is eyeing a $400 million global opening weekend. Of course, that will be breaking all kinds of records. Biggest R-rated film of all time at the box office. And we'll tell you just how big this is going to be in just a moment. Marvel's instant summer blockbuster, Deadpool and Wolverine, from director Sean Levy, is shattering box office records and expectations this weekend as it eyes a possible $400 million global opening. It looks destined to be the biggest R-rated opening in history. Well, what a thing. All right, we're not going to go into the internationals and all of this sort of stuff. Here's what I'll say. If we apply a 3x to this, and I think that's the place that we probably should put that in. That's really high for an R-rated movie, because R-rated movies, they struggle to hold on to audiences because they can't attract kids easily, and they probably shouldn't. And I tell you, don't take your kids to this movie. I'm not here to be your parent. I'm not here to tell you how to parent. But it's apparent to me, see what I did there, that this is not a movie for kids at all, none whatsoever. Unless you want to watch your child take in villains being battered by the, I'll just, never mind. I'll leave it to your imagination. But don't put that into your child's imagination, I don't think, unless they're a full-grown adult. Anyway, 3X is where I think this goes, $1.2 billion. And I'll give it a little extra. I'll say it's going to be a $1.2 to $1.3 billion film. I think we can safely say that. It could overachieve that. It could slightly underachieve it. Regardless, it's going to be the biggest R-rated box office hit ever, and it's not going to be close. Now, Disney is making sure, though, to squander that at every possible step of the way. And I want to show this to you. I'm going to show you what I mean. You see, Marvel is trying to get things turned around. Kevin Feige trying to save his legacy. But that does not mean that the rest of Disney is in lockstep with them. Disney is still filled with ideologues. Whatever is happening at Marvel is not the same as so much of this massive company, which is absolutely overrun with propagandists and people who they thrive on division. Now, I want to show this to you, and we're going to strip out any of the socio-political beliefs that might, sway you to think this is the right side of history. I just want to show you this. This is what they announced over at San Diego Comic-Con, and this is an article out of superherohype.com. It's by Matt Morrison. Now, in the top left, you're going to see this is a female version of Deadpool and a female version of Spider-Man. So here's what they announced. Now think about this. You're going into Comic-Con, Marvel Comics, the actual comics where they make the little booklet still, not doing well. Doing that, in fact, terribly. And that has been largely because they've bought into utter division. So you've got Deadpool and Wolverine coming out. It is your only Marvel hit you are likely to have for this year and for next year until they can get out of this mess they made. So what should you make then? Well, you should make a tie-in comic with Deadpool, because that's your chance to get eyeballs on your very, very flailing comic industry. But guess what? They're not interested in that at all. It says, San Diego Comic-Con is a time of big announcement, and SDCC 2024 is no exception. However, Marvel Comics still stunned attendees with stupidity. No, that's not what they're trying to say, but with the announcement of a new Deadpool, fresh off the success of Deadpool and Wolverine. The publisher simultaneously confirmed the introduction of a new Spider-Girl. Okay? Well, Take a look. Deadpool is dead. Long live Deadpool. It had previously confirmed that the regenerating degenerate would meet his maker in issue number 6 of his current comic series. However, it was presumed that he would bounce back as he usually does. It has now been confirmed that Wade Wilson is no more. Deadpool number 7 will see Wade Wilson's daughter, Ellie Camacho, take over her father's mantle and business. The teenage girl has a genius intellect and her father's smart mouth. She also seems to have inherited a variant of his healing factor, although her power requires her to die before her body heals damage. The series will find her continuing her combat training with Taskmaster while seeking revenge on her father's killer. Okay, I don't care if you are excited about this character in terms of this video. I'm happy for you if you're excited. I'm here to tell you, though, if you have a movie that is coming out and you know it is your best chance at lifting your comic sales, then every fiber of sanity in the universe says, make a tie-in comic with that same character. Deadpool and Wolverine, number 1. Deadpool and Wolverine, number 2. You've had years to tie this in, and what do? They do another gender swap because that's all they know. They are not interested in success. These are anti-success people inside Disney. Don't believe it? Check this out. This is off of X. Drew Smith is our sharer of the video. Many of you sent this to me, and I've got a different take than some of you, I believe, respectfully. Deadpool just got to Disneyland and is already making jokes about Splash Mountain. Here's what it says. Let's just play the clip, folks. You listen in and see what you think. Here we go.
My jokes are not outdated. They are hilarious and modern and unending, just like Splash Mountain.
Now, this is not off the cuff. This is a pre-written joke that Disney has come up with. We're going to have a debate this week about whether or not Deadpool should be appearing in Disneyland for little kids because of the profanity of the character in the movie. We'll talk about it. I do recall back in the 80s that there were R-rated characters appearing in little kids' cartoons everywhere. RoboCop, Beetlejuice come to mind, but there were many others. But this joke, what this is doing, I think some people are misinterpreting what the intent is behind it. I'm going to pay attention to the intent. The intent is in this joke, from whatever corporate suit wrote it, is for Deadpool to say that his jokes are modern and contemporary and not outdated, and then he makes the quip that he's like Splash Mountain. And so what's supposed to be funny is that Splash Mountain is, in their estimation, outdated. It is not modern. It is gone forever. But the problem with the joke, the reason that Disney and their wokeness is destroying this company and destroying their opportunity to springboard off of Deadpool and Wolverine, the reason all of this fails is because Tiana's Bayou Adventure has failed. Mm-hmm. And the people at Disneyland are dreading their version because they don't want an attraction that can't operate. And guess what else? Splash Mountain continues to exist in Japan. And it's by far one of the most popular attractions in that resort. I dare say it remains now the only remaining most popular attraction in the world. So the joke doesn't work. And that's the egg in the face of these people. Now, let's go back for just a moment. With all of that said, understanding that Disney is failing to catapult off of the success of Deadpool and Wolverine, they cannot get out of their own way. They're stepping on their own feet. Robert Downey Jr. back as Dr. Doom for 2 Avengers movies. I told you, I don't like to spoil films. And to tell you exactly what I have heard is happening here would spoil 2 films at least. So here's what I will say. If you wanted to have RDJ, Robert Downey Jr., come back for the Avengers, and if you wanted what he's really going to do to be a surprise, then you would need a diversion. You would need a misdirection. Something like having him come out as Dr. Doom and announcing that he's playing Dr. Doom at the San Diego Comic-Con. You might then be able to have him film, and I'm sure he will play Dr. Doom. I'm just saying to all of you out there, without getting into the specificities, because again, I do not want to ruin a movie for anyone. And that goes against the ethos of this channel. I'm just recommending to you, there's more to this than meets the eye. And they are trying to save a huge applause for when you go into that cinema, when you go in and you see those movies. So, if you needed to have RDJ do something fantastic, you need cover because you cannot film the movie with him without people knowing about it. He can't be just a cameo. That's not going to work. And if he's more than a cameo, everyone's going to know. And he needs to be on the red carpet. So you need a cover. That is all I'm going to say without going into any specifics of what's actually going to happen. One thing I can tell you, though, we have found out, undoubtedly, that if Marvel, that if Disney, get rid of the divisiveness and they go headfirst into the universally loved characters as depicted in the comics, as traditionally displayed, audiences will return in untraditionally huge volumes. The problem for Disney is they don't believe in this at the highest levels at all. This goes against their worldview. This goes against what they want to do. This goes against the entire agenda of a huge, powerful group of people who are determined to swap out the characters, the archetypes, the stories, the mythos that we love, and put in something new and different that will lead us to their version of an oligarchical, what would we say? An oligarchical utopia for them. That's a little deep, but we'll leave it there. All right, folks, click the like button, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms, hit the notification bell. Drop a comment right on down below. Let us know your thoughts. And weigh in, please. What do you think will happen with RDJ and the MCU? And did I do a good enough job of leaving it unspecified so that we don't ruin films for so many of you? I would love to know your take on this. Also, did you see Deadpool and Wolverine yet? Let us know what you thought. Folks, we've got the Pro Show coming up this Tuesday at noon Eastern.
So, right now what he's saying, what he believes it could be happening is Yellow Flash did mention that Dr. Doom somehow takes over Tony Stark and becomes Dr. Doom Iron Man or something. So he becomes basically the infamous Iron Man. So this reminds me of a story of what happened to Peter Parker when Dr. Octopus, took over Peter Parker's mind and he became the superior Spider-Man. So this could be what may happen. That's why what we've been hearing is, so let's see. Right now the WDW show, they've been a very good cast, everything. So let's see. I think that's it for that one. And let me see if there's another article. All right, so this is another one, but I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to look at another video. So, all right. So here we go. Now over here, a guest, Jonathan Watson of the OneRing.com, then guested that the individual was Viggo Mortensen. From the WD Pro confirmed this guest, saying, "We're hearing that contractual negotiations may be underway. That's all I can say." So basically, they're looking for Viggo Mortensen. So probably what they'll do is, I think his guess is this. He's going to play the actual Doctor Doom. But then maybe later on, like you have like Tony Stark, like Robert Downey Jr. plays Iron Man. And for some valid reason, Doctor Doom kidnaps him. And before the other Avengers can rescue him, Doctor Doom successfully transferred his mind into Tony Stark's body. And that Doom is now in Tony Stark's body and he is controlling him. And he became the Dark Iron Man figure or whatever. Now, this could be what it may happen. That would be great if that happens. So let's read this. Intentionally, Mortensen recently talked about franchise films in an interview with Vanity Fair and was asked if he intentionally avoids them. He told the outlet, "I don't really look for or avoid any kind of genre of any side budget. I just look for interesting stories. It doesn't matter to me what the genre is or what the budget is or who's making them." He elaborated, "I would never do a movie just because so-and-so is directing it. It has to be about the story. And if I think I'm right for the character, that always comes first." Mortensen continued, "That goes for a franchise. If somebody came to me with X movie, the third part or the ninth part, and I thought it was a great character, and I wanted to play the character, and I thought I had something to contribute, I do it. I'm not against it. But they're not usually that good. I mean, to me, they're not usually well written. They kind of predictable. I mean, of course, there's always the issue of if I run out of money," he added. So, I think this may be good. This may be perfect. Now, Ryan Kendall did mention that he believes that Doctor Doom will be in the Fantastic Four movie. What if Viggo Mortensen, what if he would play Doctor Doom in that Fantastic Four movie? If that happens, if Viggo Mortensen plays the role of Victor Von Doom in that Fantastic Four universe, there's an opportunity that this will happen. That this could happen right here. This is interesting. This is a very good article. This is good. But it's just a rumor. It is a rumor after all, but it is a good rumor. So, I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are about this. If you like the video, hit the like button. Share this video. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Put a comment below. Let me know what you think of this rumor. Do you think it's possible that this could happen? What people predict? Yellow Fresh said this. And now WD Pro has got this in there. And the rumor of Viggo Mortensen may be coming in. There is a possibility that could happen. If the Russo brothers goes with this rumor that it has been happening, if they go with this rumor, then there you go. The Russo brothers have succeeded, and Robert Downey Jr. has done it. But we are going to see. We will see. So, like I said before, let me repeat it. If you like the video, hit the like button. Share this video. Post a comment below. Let me know what your thoughts about this article. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Alright guys, catch you later. Bye.